What if the key to creating something truly beautiful lies in understanding others? Let's unpack the magic of empathy. Imagine a moment of pure wonder, a rainbow stretching across the sky, its vibrant colors captivating everyone who sees it, no matter where they're from or what language they speak. Now ask yourself, what does it take to create something so universally appreciated, something that brings people together in awe? The answer might surprise you. It's empathy, a powerful force that, much like the science behind a rainbow, weaves individual elements into a masterpiece of connection and harmony. Let's dive into the world of empathy in business and explore how it mirrors the formation of a rainbow, a process where patience, understanding, and collaboration come together to create something truly spectacular. Empathy in action, the art of waiting and understanding. Think about the last time you ordered your favorite takeout. You're starving, the minutes seem to crawl by, and you start wondering if it's ever going to arrive. But then, the doorbell rings, and that first bite of your meal makes the wait fade into a distant memory. It's pure bliss. That feeling of delayed gratification isn't so different from the journey to success in life or business. It takes patience, persistence, and sometimes a bit of faith that the end result will be worth it. Now, let's tie this to empathy. Empathy is like that patience you practice while waiting for your food. It's the ability to step into someone else's shoes, to feel what they feel, and to connect with them on a deeper level. It requires you to listen without judgment, to be present even when it's challenging, and to work through misunderstandings without giving up. Just as you don't storm into the kitchen to rush the chef, empathy asks you to give others the time and space they need to be understood. The science of rainbows, a metaphor for connection. Now, let's shift gears and talk about rainbows. A rainbow isn't just a pretty sight, it's a stunning natural phenomenon that happens when sunlight refracts, or bends, through tiny water droplets in the air. Each droplet acts like a prism, splitting the light into a spectrum of colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. These colors, so distinct on their own, blend together in perfect harmony to create a breathtaking arc that people across cultures and continents have admired for centuries. But what makes a rainbow so special isn't just its colors, it's the way individual elements come together to form something greater than the sum of its parts. It's a reminder that beauty often emerges from collaboration, from the interplay of diverse pieces working in sync. Bridging empathy and rainbows, building something beautiful together. So, how does this connect to empathy? Just as a rainbow forms when light and water droplets collaborate under the right conditions, empathy brings people together to create something equally beautiful, a sense of understanding, trust, and harmony. In the same way that each water droplet plays a role in refracting light, each person in a relationship, team, or community contributes their unique perspective to the bigger picture. Empathy is the glue that holds these individual elements together, fostering connections that can lead to success in both personal and professional realms. When you practice empathy, you're not just understanding someone else, you're building a bridge to something greater, something that, like a rainbow, can inspire and uplift everyone involved. But here's the thing, just as a rainbow requires specific conditions, rain and sunlight in just the right balance, empathy also needs the right environment to thrive. It takes time, patience, and a willingness to see beyond your own perspective. And just like a rainbow doesn't appear instantly, the results of empathy aren't always immediate. It's a slow, deliberate process that builds over time, but when it comes together, the impact can be as awe-inspiring as a double rainbow after a storm. Wisdom from the Dalai Lama, empathy as a path to harmony. Let's draw inspiration from a figure renowned for his teachings on compassion, the Dalai Lama. He has long emphasized that empathy and compassion are essential for creating peace and harmony in the world. One of his core beliefs is that all human beings are interconnected, and understanding this interconnectedness is the key to fostering a more compassionate society. He once said, "Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive." This idea ties directly to our rainbow metaphor. Just as individual water droplets must work together to create a rainbow, people must connect through empathy to create a harmonious world. The Dalai Lama's teachings remind us that empathy isn't just about feeling for someone else, it's about recognizing our shared humanity and building bridges across differences, much like the way a rainbow unites disparate colors into a single, beautiful whole. In the context of business, this translates to patience and understanding as foundational elements of success. Just as you wait for your takeout order to arrive, practicing empathy means waiting for relationships to deepen, for trust to grow, and for collaboration to bear fruit. It's about investing in the long game, knowing that the connections you build today can lead to a brighter, more harmonious future tomorrow. Empathy in business, lessons from Howard Schultz and Starbucks. Now, let's bring this into the business world with the story of Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks. Schultz had a vision that went beyond selling coffee. He wanted to create a third place between home and work, a space where people could gather, connect, and feel understood. This concept wasn't just about selling cups of coffee, it was about building a community rooted in empathy. Starbucks stores were designed to be welcoming, with cozy seating, warm lighting, and baristas trained to remember customers' names and orders. This focus on creating an empathetic environment turned Starbucks into more than just a coffee chain. It became a global phenomenon where people felt valued and heard. Compare this to the formation of a rainbow. Just as individual water droplets refract light to create a spectrum of colors, individual customers at Starbucks come together to form a vibrant community. Each person brings their own story, their own needs, and their own perspective, but through the empathetic culture Schultz fostered, they're woven into a collective experience that feels meaningful and inclusive. It's a perfect example of how empathy and business can create something beautiful, not just for the company's bottom line, but for the people it serves. Patagonia, empathy as a driver of ethical and financial success. Let's look at another business example, Patagonia, the outdoor clothing company that's become a beacon of ethical success. Patagonia's founder, Yvon Chouinard, built the company on a foundation of empathy, not just for customers, but for the environment and employees. From using sustainable materials to advocating for environmental causes, Patagonia has shown that caring deeply about the world around you can lead to both ethical impact and financial success. Their commitment to transparency, fair labor practices, and environmental stewardship has earned them fierce brand loyalty from customers who share their values. This journey mirrors the patience you need when waiting for takeout. Patagonia didn't become a beloved brand overnight. It took years of consistent effort, of sticking to their principles even when it wasn't the easy or profitable choice. But just like that satisfying first bite after a long wait, the payoff has been immense. Patagonia proves that empathy isn't just a feel-good concept, it's a powerful driver of success that can create a brand as universally appreciated as a rainbow after a rainy day. Real-life stories, the power of patience and empathy. Let's dive into a few more stories that illustrate how empathy and patience can lead to extraordinary outcomes. First, consider Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Edison famously conducted thousands of experiments before finding the right filament for his invention. Each failure wasn't a dead end, it was a lesson, a chance to understand what didn't work and why. His patience and willingness to keep going mirror the empathetic process of understanding others. Sometimes it takes time, but the breakthrough is worth it. Then there's J.K. Rowling, whose path to success was paved with rejection. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, Rowling was a struggling single mother, facing rejection after rejection from publishers. But she didn't give up. She kept refining her work, kept believing in her story, and eventually found a publisher who saw its magic. Her journey is a testament to the power of resilience and patience, qualities that also underpin empathy. Just as Rowling persisted with her manuscript, empathy requires us to persist in understanding others, even when it's hard. And let's not forget Nelson Mandela, whose life was a masterclass in empathy and patience. After spending 27 years in prison, Mandela emerged not with bitterness, but with a vision of reconciliation. He understood the pain of both the oppressed and the oppressors, and he used that understanding to unite a divided nation. His ability to empathize with all sides, combined with his patience through decades of hardship, created a legacy of peace that, like a rainbow, brought hope to millions. Bringing it home, how can we apply this? So, what does all of this mean for us in our daily lives? How can we harness the lessons of empathy and the formation of a rainbow to create something beautiful in our own journeys? First, it's about recognizing the power of patience and understanding in achieving our goals. Success rarely comes overnight, it's a process of waiting, learning, and adapting, much like waiting for your takeout order or watching a rainbow form after a storm. Second, it's about building connections with others. Just as a rainbow emerges from the collaboration of light and water, our greatest achievements often come from collaborating with others, from understanding their needs and perspectives. But it's not just about personal success, it's also about contributing to a better world. By practicing empathy in our interactions, whether at work, with friends, or in our communities, we can foster stronger relationships and create a ripple effect of compassion. It's like being one of those water droplets in a rainbow. On your own, you might not seem like much, but together with others, you can create something breathtaking. Your turn, let's reflect together. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever had a moment where patience and empathy led to something beautiful in your life? Maybe you took the time to truly listen to a struggling colleague, and it deepened your relationship. Or maybe you persisted through a tough project and saw it transform into something amazing. Share your stories in the comments, I'm all ears. In conclusion, empathy creates rainbows of success. Empathy in business, and in life, is like the formation of a rainbow. It's about individual elements, people, perspectives, and experiences coming together to create something beautiful and universally appreciated. By embracing empathy and patience, we can not only achieve our own goals but also contribute to a more compassionate, harmonious world. So the next time you're waiting for your takeout order or gazing at a rainbow after the rain, remember, the magic lies in the wait, the understanding, and the connections we build along the way.